Congratulations, architect! Welcome to our profession. After passing the board exam, you're asking yourself, what's next?
But before anything else, we'd like to welcome you to our channel, ArkiFAQs. ArkiFAQs is here to help as your guide in the beginnings of your profession. So let's get started.
Architects Starter Kit. We will talk about the online oath-taking application system, PRC ID online registration, the different UAP District C1 chapters, PTR and CTC application, and lastly, your TIN application.
In the observance of health protocols, the Professional Regulation Commission has mandated that the conduct of oath-taking ceremonies of board passers be online until further notice. With that, here is a step-by-step procedure of online oath-taking application system. Step 1. Select transaction, then enter profession and notice of admission application number. Step 2. Click Proceed and the page will redirect. Step 3. Select preferred PRC regional office and click Next. The system will automatically give you the earliest date set for oath-taking. Step 4. After confirmation, click Submit Application to proceed. Step 5. A confirmation message will pop up with the summary of your transaction. Step 6. Click to go back to redirect to your existing transaction. You can see your transaction details from your existing transaction. Step 7. Click Print Document to print your oath form. Lastly, you can now print your oath form. You can finally take your oath of profession. Next step is to register for your PRC ID. But before proceeding with the application, you will have to prepare the following requirements, documents, and fees to ensure a smooth transaction. 1. Applicant's name in the database of board exam results and passers as proof that the applicant have passed his or her licensure examination. To check if you passed the exam, you can check your name in the database of board exam results and passers issued by the Professional Regulation Commission. 2. Signed, accomplished, and printed oath form. You will be able to access this via the PRC online portal, Licensure Examination and Registration Information System, or PRC LARIS. 3. Notice of admission. 4. 2 pieces of 2x2 ID pictures. 5. 2 documentary stamps, of which you can buy at the PRC office. Also, you'll need to bring an envelope. And lastly, registration fee, which varies depending on your application type. 1,050 pesos for those who took board exams which require a bachelor's degree, or 870 pesos for those who took board exams which do not require a bachelor's degree. Once you have already compiled these requirements, you may now register for your PRC ID. Step 1. Log in or create an account at the PRC LARIS online portal. By this time, you should already have a PRC LARIS account, as it is what you use to apply for a spot at taking your licensure exam. So from the PRC LARIS online portal, just click on the Sign In tab and use the same email address and password you used before. If you've already forgotten the password you used when you first created an account, simply email the PRC at this email account. But in case you still do not have a PRC LARIS account, you will need to create one. Upon doing so, fill out all of the details in the registration page. One tip, make sure to input the same details that are on your notice of admission or NOA. At this point, you just created an account with PRC LARIS. You will then be asked to fill out all of the information shown above. Once you've done that for all fields, just click the Save Information button. Finally, you will have to upload your 2x2 ID picture. Step 2. Select Initial Registration as the purpose of your transaction. On the pop-up window that appears, select the Initial Registration tab. Input your profession and application number as stated in your NOA. Then click the Proceed button. Step 3. Set your preferred appointment schedule. First, choose your preferred PRC regional office. After this, an appointment date and time will be presented to you. If you prefer a different appointment date and time, simply click the Reschedule button. You'll have to input a reason for doing so. Step 4. Select your preferred payment option for the registration fee. You have 3 payment options to choose from. First is through the PRC cashier. Take note of the full amount that you will have to pay on your PRC registration appointment date and click Submit. Second is BankNet, Land Bank, or GCash. Just have your card or account details ready and follow the ensuing instructions so you can finalize your online payment. Last is UCPB. Select this payment option and retrieve the reference number. Bring this reference number to a teller of the UCPB branch and pay your fee there. Step 5. Print your oath form. Once you've been successful in the previous steps, you will be able to print your oath form, which you will need to submit for your appointment. Step 6. Submit all the requirements on your appointment date. On your appointment date, remember to bring your oath form together with all the requirements listed above. After you submit your requirements, you'll be asked to sign on the roster of registered professionals. In return, you'll be given your oath-taking schedule and a claim receipt for your PRC ID. And that's it. As long as you follow the requirements and procedure in this ultimate guide, you will be able to get your PRC ID in no time. After successfully taking your oath and registering for your PRC ID, next is to register as a UAP member. Fret not, there's an array of UAP chapters to choose from.
Welcome to United Architects of the Philippines, District C1, a dynamic group consisting from the areas of Cebu, Bohol, and Dumaguete. We at UAP engender a culture of leadership and empowerment to ensure that we, as architects, be able to improve our profession so that we are able to improve society. We are launching ArkiFAQs. We wish to impart knowledge and share our experience to you, our fellow colleagues. I encourage you to discover what architecture as a profession has to offer.
UAP District C1 has 10 chapters. Cebu, Raha Humabon, Bohol, Datu Lapu-Lapu, Sugbo, Dumaguete, Cebu Leon Quilat, Metro Cebu, Cebu Fort San Pedro, and Cebu Fuente Osmeña. We can't wait to welcome you to the District C1 family.
In order to practice your profession, tax should be paid annually, and thus you should obtain your professional tax receipt. The professional tax shall be paid annually on or before January 31. After this date, payments will be charged with penalty. To obtain your PTR, you should prepare the following. 1. PRC ID. 2. Authorization letter, if representative will appear on behalf of the applicant. If you're applying for a renewal, you'll need to bring your original previous receipt along with mentioned requirements. To pay your PTR, you must 1. Provide a photocopy of your previous receipt and PRC ID. 2. Go to your municipal/city hall to submit all the requirements. As much as possible, go to the city hall early and prepared to avoid long lines and hassles. Aside from PTR, a professional should also obtain his or her CTC. It is a very important document to have, especially that you are about to start your career as a licensed architect, for this is essential when filing income tax returns. When applying for the cedula, you should prepare the following. 1. A valid ID. 2. An application slip obtained and filled at your municipal hall, barangay hall, or city hall. 3. Proof of income for employed individuals and business owners. Please make sure to inquire and check on other requirements, as documents needed and computation of CTC may vary from your area. Now that you've completed all the requirements, here's a step-by-step guide on the process. 1. Visit the municipal hall, city hall, or barangay hall within your area of residence. 2. Present your valid ID for checking. 3. Fill out the application slip that will require you to provide the following information. 4. Submit the form for checking and computation. 5. Pay the applicable fees. 6. The officer will then issue you with 3 copies of the CTC. 7. Sign and affix your thumbprint on the copies. 8. You will then get the original copy of the cedula from the officer. That's the process of applying for a cedula from the municipal, city, or barangay hall. However, some cities have launched an online platform so that you can apply for CTC in the comfort of your home. To do this, check out your local government unit websites and click on Online Web Services. Fill out the application form and print it. Then present this along with your other requirements at the municipal, city, or barangay hall. Your certificate will be given by the issuing officer. Lastly, you'll need your taxpayer identification number. A taxpayer identification number is a unique system-generated number that the Bureau of Internal Revenue assigns to every person registered in its database. This means you're supposed to have only one TAN in your lifetime. The step-by-step guide on securing your TAN can be found on this website. Make sure to be present and on time on your scheduled appointments. Taxpayers can secure a TAN either through walk-in registration at their assigned revenue district office or online registration via the BIR e-registration website. Details and helpful websites are attached on the description for easier and faster processing and application.
Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. Click like, subscribe, and follow.
Thank you for watching. See you again in our next video.